Yep, that's why I got my thing going up.
Start the stream again. All right. But for those that are listening on the podcast, sorry about this, but you're getting it, all of it, because we're still recording, so it's not a big deal. The Podfather screwed up, Yogi.
I screwed up.
Main topic is lag. Yes.
The main topic. Today's topic is lag and what it does to you.
How's it sound? How's it looking, guys? Are we back?
So lag causes micropenis on the interwebs.
Dude.
Well, my feet's still up, so we just keep going.
Yeah, no.
Keep going.
I'm back live. I just don't know.
We got a lot of new people in here too.
I know.
Fact.
For all the people that are showing
Ulu Fane HD. I'm probably butchering the name.
Okay, I am back. I am back.
It's Samujify.
But the first thing we do want to say what Yogi just said. We want to make sure all the new people that are in chat. Guys, thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming out. Fifi, Scotty Daniels, Racing John, Fact Guys, BFT 9000, Jerk Nuts, Picard, ooh, yeah, Ulu Fane HD, and Smoogie Fee, whatever it is. But welcome all you guys. Thank you.
Spoogify.
Yeah, Spoogify. Yeah. But tonight on the show, of course, we're like really behind. So tonight on the show, you guys,
like
we've been
talking. Left.
Yeah, right. Tonight on the show, guys, we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary for HorsePLAY Live. This is just something we've been talking about it for an hour, but still, I've been having lots of fun times, and with you, the listeners, the viewers, and our friends. We're gonna share some highlights, talk about our favorite episodes, and then just do some free balling at the end. So come join us for the fun at HorsePLAY Live on Skype. If that doesn't work, you can look up Geeky Antics.
We're not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna have time for call-ins.
We're not gonna have any call-ins, but if you guys want to on another
for next
show,
time, next time. Leave us voicemail.
Voicemail 206-415-4987. You guys can also email us at mail@geekyantics.net. We did that way out of turn, but we're gonna get right into it. The obligatory news. Yogi, what is our news today?
I'm gonna try to blaze through it so we could have some more time to talk and reminisce.
He said try.
But try. But so yeah, it's been a pretty big week. We didn't really get to talk too much about the video game awards, but if you want some talk on that, the Sunday Dose last week's episode, episode 25, 26 was it?
25, baby.
Plenty of coverage there. But yeah, we won't get into that. It was interesting. It derailed at one point, and then it was like 5 minutes of Miyamoto and other guy, I forget his name, controlling Link and riding a horse through a forest, and that was their big reveal for Zelda, which is weird. It's like 5 minutes of riding through a forest, and it's open world. Okay, great. That's a little weird, a little awkward. But anyway, so back to Hearthstone. Goblins versus Gnomes, or Gnomes versus Goblins GVG is out. 200 new cards, so that's awesome. That actually seemed like it released a day or two early, so it kind of blindsided me because I had wanted to get ahead of it and do first impression. Now I'm like, well, I'll get to it when I can, but I'm liking what I've seen so far. So expect some gameplay video on my channel, Yogizilla, and the Geeky Antics channel on YouTube and Twitch. We'll be streaming that and getting some video up, a gameplay, and I'm gonna rope Obi in. Dead Island Epidemic is now in open beta. So that's pretty cool. It's a MOBA, but it's more of PvE versus over PvP. Like it's a more of like going through different. It's more objective based and fighting zombies and going through different areas. It's pretty neat. Worth checking out. So now it's open beta. Everyone can try it out. Free to play. Go for it. It's got microtransactions, of course, but you don't really have to spend money on that game. That's what I like. So again, good model. That's a good free to play game that lets you really try it out, and you let spending money until you really know you love it. YouPorn is sponsoring their own esports team. Many gamers are outraged. We talked about the hypersensitive people earlier, so they're outraged. But really, have you been to Twitch lately? I mean, you're offended by YouPorn sponsoring the esports team. I'm just saying.
Twitch, I'd take a sponsor from them any day. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And not to mention, Twitch has kind of become a campsite. I'm just saying. That's not always the case, but a lot of those channels that are big, you go across any game and it's like, yeah, I know why you have a lot of viewers. I hate to say it. Anyway, in Spanish is a word we call personalidad, which is a play on personalidad. Basically means breast instead of personality. Like, anyway, it's funny if you speak Spanish. Coffee lovers.
Oh.
Coffee lovers. Yeah, pecho means chest, just so you know, pecho.
Pecho, yeah, grande pecho.
Yeah, grande pecho. Oh, me gusta.
Just go, dude.
So, a Starbucks in Seattle, I thought this was really cool because one of my favorite movies as a youngin was Willy Wonka. And I thought the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was a cool book too. So, a Starbucks in Seattle is taking the Willy Wonka approach to create magic and quote unquote honor the coffee. In this Starbucks, the logo is a star with an R, which kind of reminds me of Rockstar, but okay. And it's supposed to indicate how rare the experience is. Customers will see coffee beans being roasted and machines doing neat things, sort of like what you might see at a high-end Krispy Kreme. Like, you know, when in a high-end Krispy Kreme, you see the conveyor belt with the donuts going in and then getting dipped in the thing, getting glazed, and you're like, holy shit, that's epic. And you see the donuts getting fried. And it's like, yes, I want 20 of those right now in my mouth. Put it. Oh, that's gonna be sound bitted, isn't it?
That's what she said. It is gonna be sound bedded. I'm sorry. I can't. That's what she.
Yeah, I
I
just
need
set
20 of
myself
them
up.
in my mouth now. Come on.
um, but someone just kind of jumped ahead of the gun, and a lot of people have this on their mind. So this was one of our news items. We'll talk about it very quickly because I don't think we need to glorify what these guys are doing. Lizard Squad, you know, here's a bunch of guys that are talented hackers, but they're using their abilities for stupidity. I hate to say it. They're not proving a point. Like usually the hackers that do destructive things, they prove a point. They interview one of the guys. First of all, the Lizard Squad is not really an organization. Like they don't really have any set leadership, any core goals. It's just a bunch of people that circulate in and out and use common accounts, and they spoof IP addresses and cloak themselves and all that stuff so they can't be traced. Okay, cool. Bounce their signals off all this stuff. Blah 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 blah. Cool beans. But you know, they interviewed the guy. He just, I'm sorry, but it sounded kind of douchey. He was like, "So why are you doing this?" Well, really, it's not our fault that people can't get into their game, they can't get into Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. It's really the company's fault because they don't secure their servers. Okay, good point. So you proved the point. Oh, we're gonna do it again December, come Christmas. So they're gonna do it again come Christmas. Like, good job. Find something better to do. Become a. Why don't you, like, if you really feel they have such an issue, why don't you go become an advisor for them and say, hey, look, you guys have serious holes there. Oh no, we don't. Let me show you. I can knock down your whole network right now. No, you can't. Boop, just did it. Okay, you're hired. See, that's constructive. You know, the gray hats, the black hat stuff just bothers me.
And
It's
then
like,
guess what? They don't get any money for killing these servers. They don't get shit. This is a bunch of group of people fucking around.
you know, and they make people make a good point. Like, yeah, the point is that, you know, Microsoft, Sony, you know, all these other companies should be securing their servers, and that's true. And it's more of a slap in the face of people that are paying money for these services and not getting their money back. You know, not getting their money's worth. But you know, things like, you know, Racing makes a good point, saying that we have Obama on the plane that holds the CEO of PSN is the stupidest thing they have done. And that's true. And that's the thing. That's the problem. They have guys that do these really wild things just because they can, and then it loses their credibility, and they just become a bunch of young people that they become script kiddies that they have really nice scripts, that could do really nice stuff, and just piss people off, but they're useless, you know. And I hate to say it, but you know, yeah, it's just a pointless group with no real centralization.
And
But yeah, shame by these companies for not securing data better and the service better, but still.
I can agree with that. But the funny thing is, and I'm gonna ask, you can please answer. Don't most people do something or do what they love to do to get paid and have a decent life, right?
Well, or if you're gonna have a cause, make sure you have a clear objective of what you want to accomplish with that cause, right? Don't like give wishy-washy answers. You know what I mean? That's the problem. If they're considering themselves a movement, they can't. When someone asks you the question, well, why did you hack that? Oh well,
We
because
felt like it.
it shows that they have security issues. Okay, so why did you do it again? Because they still have security issues. So what do you want to accomplish? Um, expose the peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the point where if these guys, and some of them might not need it. I mean, some of them might not need the money. But you think about it from a logical perspective, which, yeah, that's pretty far stretched in itself already. But you think about this from, if you can do that kind of thing, and like Yogi said a few minutes ago, you can go to that company, go to Blizzard and say, hey, there are several holes in your system. I can fix it. You gotta hire me. What I want, blah, blah, blah. No, you can't. There's not no holes. Get bet. I'm gonna bring your whole network down in 5 minutes. Done. Oh,
And
guess
guys,
what? You're hired, and we're gonna pay the most for you because you can keep us safe.
and there's guys that do that. Like they do things that are not completely disruptive. They're non-destructive to demonstrate things like that. And then they join security panels. They become advisors.
Mm-hmm.
They become white hats or gray hats. And they
And
do stuff for the government, for the NSA. They do things that bring value to. Yeah, and they do good with their ability.
and a hacker like that can bring down systems. Don't you think the government would love to hire those guys?
Yeah.
Well, and you think about a lot of the government, a lot of the hackers that do it like government-wise, they hate the government because the government's secretive. But if you can hack something like that, shit. There's somebody to teach me how to do that shit. I'd have a job in a second.
But the thing about this whole Lizard Squad thing is it's gonna be like Gamergate, where you're gonna say you're a part of it, like you're for it, just so you could be cool and get attention. I hate to say it, but that's what it is. It's a publicity stunt for the most part.
And it's like somebody said it, and I'm gonna scroll up and find out who did say it. But somebody said Lizard Squad is only around to piss gamers off 20. Because it's not just Riot, it's not just Blizzard, it's not just PSN, it's not just Xbox, it's everybody. It's every single person.
They have just focused Anonymous, the hacker group, Anonymous, told them to stop fucking with gaming stuff. They said stop messing with the gaming services, do something more worthwhile.
Well, and
that's kind of funny.
I heard a little bit more on that topic with Anonymous. Anonymous is a hacker. You know what Anonymous they are, right?
Yeah.
Sure, everybody does.
I'm a long-time tech guy.
Okay.
You can't ignore them.
We're not gonna say Yogi's not a part of Anonymous now. But Anonymous will actually have. They've actually had past experiences where they've done something and hacked somebody, but it was for a good reason. It was for a reason that just I'm not gonna get into it. They have asked and told Blizzard, whoever the fuck they are, I don't remember their names anymore, how unimportant they are. They have told them, you either stop or we're gonna get you.
Ooh.
So
see a hacker war.
If Anonymous goes through with it, and if they don't stop, Anonymous is gonna DDoS everything they have. And I've heard about Anonymous. I've read some stories about Anonymous that they're good, but they do it for the right reason, though. I mean, it's just like a tree hugger going up and trying to save a forest, right? They're doing it for the right reason. They want to save the wetlands or save the rainforest or do whatever. So they chain themselves to a giant fucking redwood. Okay, yeah, they're doing it for a reason. They're not just doing it. Why'd you hack them? Oh, I don't know. We just felt like it. Really? That was one of the dumbass's answers. Well, why did you hack these specific people? Because we could.
Yeah,
that's it.
The end of the world is coming when the hackers fight each other, and every technology infrastructure gets knocked out, power plants blow up, and then we're just gonna be like, there's gonna be like the last few humans left, and then the zombie apocalypse starts. That's what's gonna happen next year. 2015 year to zombies.
Yeah, right.
All right, man. But back to food. So we're talking about what Starbucks is doing. There's a Midwestern burger joint. I missed the name, but apparently there's a burger joint out there. I think they're based out of Chicago or something. Gosh, I can't remember the name, but they're paying employees $15 an hour thanks to a low turnover rate and training which teaches the employees to multitask and employ different skills. And this is actually really brilliant. if you want to pay your employees more, make them more valuable, more versatile. Not necessarily work them to the bone, but make it so that they're in this, um, what's the word? Non-expendable. Let's just say that. I can't think of the word I was looking for, but it's smart. So $15 an hour in the food industry, that's a big deal because this is usually an industry that pays, minimum wages of $7 to $9 an hour, and that's about it. Or it might just be like less than that, and then rely on tips. So that's really cool. The employees initially start at, I think they said $12 an hour, and then they bump them up to 15. And there's low turnover because people are actually happy working there. They learn skills that are useful in all facets of life and make them highly marketable. So it's good. It's good. The burgers at the joint, of course, as expected, it's a fast food joint that it's a little more on the high end. So the burgers start at $6, but they have the whole promise of being fresh made from scratch, kind of thing, a home stock kind of thing. So I kind of, from what it sounds like, what I saw from photos, it looks like it'd be like a high-end Five Guys burger and fries kind of thing. Or does that sound funny? Oh,
Yes, you do. Ah, ah, ah,
robotic.
ah, ah, ah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Tracy
Give
John said you sound like a drunk bot.
do I?
Moobot is a lot better than drunk bot.
Well, anyway, the most interesting thing is for people that can't profit and pay your employees more, this company is actually making profit. They're posting profits in the fourth quarter here, and they look like they project they're gonna be in the black, in the first quarter next year too. So maybe it can be done. Um, so then what else? Amazon.
I'll
I
take
mean,
over for a little while.
take it over.
Um, what are you saying for those that couldn't hear him or whatever? There's a Midwest burger joint that's paying employees about $15 an hour, thanks to lower turnover rate and training, which teaches employees to multitask and employ different skills. Their burgers do start at about $6, so they're a little bit more expensive. But if you guys like Five Guys or any kind of burger joint like that, we love Five Guys up here, but we don't go to them that often because they're expensive. Of course they make their burgers from scratch to make them fresh, right in front of you. They're pounding it, pounding the meat out and making a burger and all that stuff. But they're also making a profit, which is really, really good. So this proves, though, that, for something like this, if you want to pay your employees well, yes, they're not going to leave. Guys, it can be done. Amazon follows Netflix, leading by delivering 4K content for you guys that have 4K televisions. As UHD TV price drops, the hope is that consumers will start buying in. When they drop enough, I'm actually going to buy a 4K TV. I'm probably dumb to do it, but yeah, maybe. We reckon most 4K content is merely upscaled, and it won't look as good as we expect. That's what Yogi says, because he's shaking his head, don't buy one. Yeah, they're just going to be upscaled, guys, and it's just going to look really it's probably going to look blurry, is what it is. Because everything is like HD, 1080 on your TV right now, and then all of a sudden you get 4K, and it's like, what the fuck is that? It's bigger, but what is it? Is that a stick or his dick? What? I don't understand. Yogi's laughing right now, guys, if you guys can't hear him. But Twitch teams up, of course, with Good Game in hopes to attract more advertisers and channel partners. So if you guys are trying to get your channel sub, trying to get your sub button, hey,